Three, two, oh shit.
You said three. I'm sorry. You said record. Sorry. Let me stop it.
Nope.
Crap. Okay, I think we're live on Facebook. Today, Robin and I are on here to talk about our 7-minute health chat, and we're going to talk about metabolic health in menopause, because it's really important because our metabolic health actually changes in menopause, believe it or not. And you might be wondering, what the heck is metabolic health? What does that mean? And Robin is going to talk about that.
All right. What does it mean? Here's what it means. This is a definition. You can Google it yourself. I want to say it correctly. So it is defined as having your blood sugar, your waist circumference, your triglycerides, and your cholesterol all in a healthy range. That is metabolic health. And then Kim's going to talk about another definition that we're going to bring into this, dealing with nutrition, right, and metabolic health.
And basically for the nutrition part, it means the chemical process that takes place when we eat food, and how our body manufactures that, what it does with it. So, and notice it said how we fuel ourselves. It's not saying what food, but it does depend on the quality of your food, how you are metabolically healthy. And an interesting statistic, if you haven't heard us talk about it before, only 12% of American adults are considered metabolically healthy. That means all those five markers are in place. And a lot of it, and some of it we don't see. We don't see the cholesterol. We don't see the blood pressure. But what we can see is our waist circumference. So for men want to have a waist circumference of less than 40 inches. And then women want to have a waist circumference less than 35 inches. So that's really important. If you're not sure if you're metabolically healthy, that is one marker to tell you. And you want to get that number decreased, because that will lead to more of a metabolic healthy situation. So, and that's and then a lot of that also talks about, underscores visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat around our tummy, and it's dense, and that's the fat we don't want to have. We want the subcutaneous fat that's right under our skin, that makes us curvy or whatever, but we don't want the visceral fat that makes us like into an apple shape.
And the reason we're making this menopause title, with our metabolic health, is because changes like that happen in menopause. We start to see more belly fat. And so we want to be able to help women going through menopause or perimenopause or after postmenopause go through this. And the way that we want to help you is we're going to have a book club in January, starting in January, on this amazing book. I'm going to post it in the bottom. We talked about this before. It's called Next Level. And what this is, it talks that it's for athletic women going through menopause and their cellular health, metabolic health. But this is for everybody going through menopause, because there are so many or starting to go through menopause. And listen, ladies, for you people who are like 40 something and you're like, oh, I don't need that. Listen, I started perimenopause. I was like 45 years old. So it starts early. You can go through it for a long time. And I am now way past 45, and I'm still having issues with my menopause, the post-menopause. I just told Kim right before we got on here, I had a hot flash right before we started this. So listen, and then I had to put my jacket on because I was freezing. So it doesn't stop.
And what I've learned is that you can actually start menopause as early as 35, age 35. And the other thing is, I read a recent study, and I tried to find it again because I wanted to go back to it. But women are having a longer time of menopause than they did before. Like, it's 10 years longer. And I'm like, that's
what is happening.
And I really think it's because of our food system.
It is. And this book is going to go into a lot of the things that you can do to help you navigate through it easier and better. And I wish that I would have had this when I was 45 years old. I really do, because I think it would have changed a lot of the things that I ran into and issues, that I had.
And just to get back to belly fat, because I hear a lot of complaints about that,
Yep.
is as we get older, of course, our estrogen starts to decline, and our estrogen helps keep our insulin in line. Insulin is, we don't want to get insulin resistance, but as our estrogen levels decline, we start to lose our protection for insulin. And so it helps to increases fat storage around the middle. It decreases muscle mass. So we're like, what the heck? What happened to my muscles?
Yeah.
And so it also can affect your sleep and your appetite as well. So there's two hormones, leptin and ghrelin. And leptin is your satiety hormone, and ghrelin is called the hunger hormone. And if we don't get good sleep, our ghrelin increases, the hunger hormone, and that's why we start getting hungry. And then we start getting cravings for fast carby foods and sugary foods. And so there's a reason. So if you feel like I can't stop eating these Cracker Jacks, I don't know, I threw that out. I just pulled that out, but something that's not, friendly to us, there's a reason. So you want to really take care of your metabolic health as best we can. And I always go back to gut health, goes right back to gut health. Heal your gut, you'll heal a lot of things.
You sure do. You sure do. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in a lot of these things that we're talking about and you want to take a deeper dive into it, we're going to have a Facebook group, and I'm going to have that made up. And then you guys, what you do is just DM us, either one of us. So I know you guys are friends with us on Facebook, or if you're seeing this on YouTube, send us a private message through Facebook, and we will put you into this group. Our first book club meeting, call to order, will be on January the 3rd. We're going to do it on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. That way you can have your dinner done, you can have your kids wrapped up and, started to put them into for bedtime or whatever you do with them prior to bedtime. It'll be 1 hour only. We will not go over 1 hour. In this time, you'll be able to ask questions. We'll be able to talk about each chapter. We're going to break the chapters down accordingly. It'll be interactive. If you cannot make the meeting, we understand that. We will have it recorded and you'll be able to watch the replays, but we would really like you to be present so that you can, because things are going to come up and people are going to say, oh my gosh, I experienced that. It's going to be like a really good community of coming together and answering questions that people have had.
Yep, I agree. And it's good. It's very, very informative. This book has been, I wish I had it too, Robin, because, I recommend it to everybody, but we're learning. And so, once we know, we can do it. And so we're excited about that. But our metabolic health is very important. And we, as we age, the deck starts to get stacked against us, with different things. So we always try to give you good things you can do in order to mitigate that. And that's the name of the game. My motto, we're aging young, not old, right?
Yes.
We have a choice.
There's another, I was just telling Kim, there's another book by, what did I say her name was? Christine Northrup. She's an MD, and it's called Goddesses Never Age. And what she says in there is like, you're aging young, just like Kim said. And there's another quote that you do, Kim, that you say about not aging old. You're as young as, that's like aging young.
Make the rest of your life the best of your life?
Yeah, something like that. But she uses that as well. And there are ways to be able to age young. 60 is not old. It's old if you say it is. And it's old if you act like it is. But whatever you tell your body and whatever you feed your body and whatever you do for your body as far as activity, that is going to be like, I'm not 60, my physical body. It's 40. I'm still pushing through, right? And I think that's where everybody wants to be. And that's where we want our cellular health, our metabolic health to be as we regenerate these new cells, because you regenerate them every day. You want nice, healthy cells. And the way you're going to do that is by keeping every part of it healthy. So, all right, man, that was a soapbox moment.
Yeah. That was good though. I liked it. So, all right. Well, everyone have a great rest of your Wellness Wednesday. We're happy you joined us today. And if you have any questions or comments, please drop them below, and we'll see you next week.
And don't forget to DM us that you went in the book club group.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.